Exclusive news. I stand with him. Kim Ji-won risks everything to speak for Kim Soo-hyun. What makes a top actress break her silence when the whole nation is watching? What truth was too powerful for Kim Ji-won to keep hidden? As whispers turn into headlines and loyalties are tested under fire, Red Carpet Revealed takes you inside the shocking moment that turned the entire scandal upside down. Let's dive into the truth behind her bold stand, and what it means for Kim Soo-hyun's future. It began, as many scandals do, with a whisper. One Instagram story, a single sentence from former actress Kim Se-ron. Fame hides many sins. No names, no context. But the public didn't need a name, they already had one in mind. Kim Soo-hyun. Once adored as Korea's gentle giant of the screen, Kim Soo-hyun's clean image began to blur as speculations flooded the media. Unconfirmed rumors, rehashed clips from behind-the-scenes moments, and out-of-context interviews were dissected with obsessive frenzy. Fans wavered, brands paused, his management remained silent, and somewhere in the middle of it all, watching with clenched fists and a heavy heart, was Kim Ji-won, his longtime friend, colleague, and rumored co-star in an upcoming untitled romance drama. What would she do? Most expected her to remain quiet. After all, silence is survival in showbiz. They were wrong. Act 2. The silence breaks, and so does the internet. On the evening of March 25th, Hi-Zeum Studio, Kim Ji-won's agency, released an official statement to the press. Actress Kim Ji-won has chosen to make a personal statement regarding the ongoing controversy surrounding Kim Soo-hyun. The room fell silent. Journalists leaned in, screens refreshed. What followed wasn't a generic press release or rehearsed PR speak. It was fire. I've waited, I've watched, I've hoped this would pass. But today, I choose not to be a shadow. I stand with him, not because it's easy, but because it's right. The post, later confirmed to be written entirely by Kim Ji-won herself, sparked an instant digital wildfire. Within minutes, hashtags like #IStandWithHim, #KimJi-won-Truth, and #NotAfraid surged across Twitter, Instagram, and Korean forums. She went on to write, "You can question my motives. You can doubt my timing. But what I've seen, behind closed doors, between takes, away from cameras, is a man drowning in guilt for a mistake he didn't make. I will not let him drown alone. This wasn't support. This was war." Insiders from Hi-Zeum Studio have since revealed that Kim Ji-won's decision didn't come lightly. For over a week, she had remained quiet under mounting pressure, not just from the public, but reportedly from her own agency, which feared potential backlash ahead of her global Netflix project, Glass Garden. She was torn. One senior staff member confessed, "We advised her to wait it out, to protect her image. But she came into the office that morning with tears in her eyes and said, 'If I stay quiet, I lose more than my image, I lose who I am.'" The statement was greenlit that same day, despite legal advisors warning her of potential breach of sponsorship clauses and contractual penalties. Kim Ji-won signed anyway. Every single word of that post was hers. Just as the dust began to settle, an anonymous source from within Kim Se-ron's former agency leaked a confidential apology letter, dated February 28, 2025. The letter, allegedly addressed to Kim Soo-hyun, revealed a very different story from what the public had assumed. In the document, Kim Se-ron wrote, "I deeply regret the pain caused by my insinuations. You were never to blame. And I hope someday the world sees that. Please forgive me for pulling you into my darkness." The timing? Suspicious. The tone? Contradictory to her public cryptic posts. Suddenly, the narrative unraveled. Was Kim Soo-hyun the villain, or the victim of a carefully orchestrated misdirection? More importantly, did Kim Ji-won know about this letter before speaking up? Sources suggest, yes. In the 24 hours following Kim Ji-won's statement, she reportedly lost 2 brand endorsements, but gained over 1.3 million new followers on Instagram. Meanwhile, Kim Soo-hyun's agency, gold medalist, has still not issued any official statement. However, he was spotted leaving her agency building late at night, his face pale but visibly emotional. An insider revealed, He didn't know she was going to do that. When he read her post, he cried. Fans are now demanding clarity. And brands that once distanced themselves are said to be re-evaluating their stance. One major production company reportedly reached out to both actors, proposing a joint press conference to turn the tide of public sentiment. Within 48 hours of the statement's release, major commercial partners began holding emergency meetings to reassess their endorsement relationships with Kim Ji-won. Her affiliation with global and domestic brands was, until then, considered one of the most stable among Korean actresses. But in a market that heavily weighs public sentiment, even a whisper of controversy can tarnish a partnership. Among the most prominent deals now hanging by a thread is her contract with Lancome Korea. A long-term relationship valued at approximately 1.5 billion won per year. Industry sources say the brand has placed all promotional campaigns featuring her under review, pending the outcome of public response. LG Pra L, which previously launched an entire campaign around Kim Ji-won's image as a beauty tech icon, is reportedly considering replacing her for their upcoming spring product launch. Shinsegae Duty Free, known for employing Hallyu stars as ambassadors to attract tourists, has expressed internal concern about the potential drop in foreign consumer trust, especially in conservative markets like China and Japan. Hyundai department store is also rumored to be monitoring sentiment closely, though no formal action has been announced. Should these brands withdraw, the combined loss in endorsement income could exceed 4.5 billion won, excluding additional losses from future offers that may never come. But the impact of Kim Ji-won's boldness doesn't stop at her personal finances. In defending Kim Soo-hyun, she has reignited scrutiny on his own professional standing, potentially jeopardizing a lineup of high-profile projects that were supposed to define the next chapter of his career. Among them is The Monarch's Shadow, a historical drama under development at TVN with a reported budget of 25 billion won. Industry insiders claim the production team is in a state of hesitation, as investors have begun voicing concern over the optics of casting a male lead whose name is entangled in ongoing rumors. Talks of recasting are premature but growing louder behind closed doors. More precarious still is a pending Netflix original spy thriller, a cross-border production between Korea and the US, currently in negotiation phase. Although Netflix Korea has made no public statement, insiders confirm that contractual finalization has been delayed as the platform reassesses risk and brand alignment. Kim Soo-hyun's pristine image had been a major selling point. Now, that same image is under the microscope. Perhaps the most emotionally charged project in the mix is One Last Spring, a melodrama set to reunite Kim Soo-hyun and Kim Ji-won on screen for the first time. The script has already been finalized and a table read scheduled for April 5th. However, following the media storm triggered by her public support, producers are reportedly concerned about further controversy and whether the on-screen chemistry could be overshadowed by real-life drama. From a business perspective, the most concerning ripple effect is the growing unease among investors. One major investor in The Monarch's Shadow is said to have already pulled 2.3 billion won from the budget, citing the need to protect shareholder confidence. Several Chinese streaming platforms have paused licensing negotiations for Kim Soo-hyun's future projects, awaiting clearer signals from Korea's domestic market. Product placement deals, often quietly embedded into dramas and films, are also under review, as brands fear backlash for associating with a polarizing figure.